Hello everyone! In this video we'll be talking about mounting external lens motors. When the cameras have integrated lenses, we use a simple way of control with Canon, Fujinon or Lange and Panasonic cables through the interface on Pauli. Otherwise, we use external lens motors to control the zoom, focus and iris. For Pauli, we use the PD movie lens motors. To use the follow focus motors, we need the carbon tubes, some mount screws and sometimes spacers. The sizes and usage of these depend on the size of our camera and lens. To mount the PD movies, we should check if our lens needs additional lens strips. How do we check this? Lens motors come with gear wheels with three tooth sizes: 0.4, 0.6 and 0.8 mm. We can switch them by unscrewing the Allen bolt holding the gear. We should check if one of them is a good match by putting them over the teeth of the lens. If it is a match, then we can skip to the next part. If not, we should take the lens strips that are compatible with lenses with diameters from 40 to 70 mm and 0.8 mm teeth and mount them onto the lens. We place the lens strip over the center of the moving ring and tighten it with a zip tie. The ends of the lens strips after the holes being used for zip tying can be cut away. Also, the ends of the zip ties can be cut away. Insert the carbon tubes into the carbon tube holder and tie them together using M4 screws. Carbon tubes might need some shifting later on, depending on the spacing between the camera lens and the lens motors. Carbon tubes come in three sizes and we should choose them so that it matches the length of the lens, since the lens motors would go right below the lens rings. If we are using more than one lens motor, it is not recommended to put them all on one carbon tube, but to use both of them. Now we are ready to place the PD movie lens motors. We should put them onto the carbon tubes and make sure they align with the lens gear rings. We can make adjustments by moving the carbon tubes or by shifting the lens motors. If necessary, we can use a spacer. And this is where the 5 possible accessory options come into place. We can notice sometimes that the lens motors cannot fit. They either have too little or too much space. The gear disc of the lens motor should be at the same height as the middle of the lens. We can figure out which construction we need or try them out and find the best solution. The PD movies come with the Lemo Connector cable. To power on the lens motors and receive data from them, the cables need to be connected in series and one of them connected to the connector on the Pauli head labeled PD movie. This is usually the PD movie closest to the Pauli. Lastly, the camera and its accessories can sometimes be very heavy and have long lenses and thus be a bit shaky during faster movements. To ensure smooth movement of the camera, we can place a lens holder so everything stays in place. We can mount the lens holder right after mounting the camera or after mounting the external lens motors if they are being used. We need to do the following. Place the holes of the lens holder onto the carbon tubes and put it in a position so that it is right below the position on the camera that the Velcro strip will cover. Screw the screw mount placed at the bottom of the lens holder. Don't screw the one in the middle of the lens holder yet. This one is for adjusting the vertical part of the lens holder. Vertical part should lean on the camera lens. Put the Velcro strip around the lens and close it up. Then fix the top screw of the lens holder. This is it for this video, and see you in the next one.